Continuing with direction number 6, the second part, which is in the parentheses, and it says the building and garage may be either connected side by side or separated. All right, so like I had mentioned, the house and garage can be attached or they can be separate detached. And if it's going to be attached, that means we're going to have to try to trim off some of the overhang on one side of the garage. All right, and I can work with you and show you how that's done. But what I'm going to show you on this video is just how to get them attached to the base when they are detached. So you need to kind of plan things out on here. Okay, you've got your base is your property. Your house and garage need to fit actually on your property. They cannot be like hanging off on one part. There's lots of different ways you can have an attached garage or a detached garage. Decide which is the front. It have to be one of the sides of your house. With the door would have to be the front. I'm going to have this be the front. I'm going to have it go here. And then I'm going to have the garage with the door, garage door. Okay, not necessarily the door with the person, but the garage door for the car, like right here. So I'm going to have some front yard. You're going to have some driveway that comes in here to the front. Going to have some side yard, not very much backyard back here. So it takes a little bit of planning when you go to do this. All right, you want to use plenty of glue over the tabs. All right, so plenty of glue on there. We don't want it to get loose and come off, so make sure you get that all spread out. You want it to be really strong on here. So plenty of glue, wipe it on a paper towel, and then I'm going to have the house clear kind of back here towards the back. Okay, and you want to make sure you save a little bit of room for your doors. All right, so I've got some room here like for a couple steps back here on the side. And I have the front right here. All right, so I'm going to hold that in place like that. Just hold it for a few seconds. You should not have to tape it. Okay, but hold it down really tight so it's going to hold in place, because the weight of it usually holds it down in place pretty well. And then the garage I'm going to have here. So I'm going to have the front of the house, and then I'm going to have the garage for the garage door like that. That's how I'm going to do mine. All right, so plenty of glue on here as well. If you don't use enough glue, it very easily can come off. So plenty of glue, just like on the house. Wipe the extra off. Okay, I'm going to put it clear over here, kind of in the corner, just like that. Make sure it's fitting on the base. Move that over just a little. Again, you want to hold that in place for a few seconds. All right, it's going to take it a little while to dry. So if you want to use some tape on the bottom, you can, just to kind of hold it down. But you should be just fine after you hold it for a while. Okay, so that's how I ended up doing mine. I did a detached garage. I've got the front of the house. I've got the driveway that's going to come in here on the side. I've got some side yard here, a little bit of backyard, just a little bit of side yard here. So it takes a little bit of planning. Okay, because once these are on here, you can't really take them off the next day, because you're going to end up tearing and breaking everything apart, and you don't want to have to redo like a big part of your garage or your house, or have to start one of them all over again. All right, so then the next thing I'm going to be ready for is planning out things I'm going to have on the base, which is going to be direction number 7, working with different materials and figuring out, well, am I going to have a driveway, sidewalk, trees, am I going to have shrubs? There'll be a list of things that we're going to go through, and materials that we're going to use to add all the details on the base and everything, just to help this architect designer 3D modeling look even more realistic. All right, so I hope that helped. So I'll just kind of show this kind of all the way around, how that's going to look. Okay. All right, so now you know what to do for direction number 6, the second part, about getting your house and garage attached to the base.